always nice.
Oh, man, it's cold. Hey, we're 2 minutes in already. Woo!
My titties went from outies to innies.
That's not the only thing that went from now to doing any. It's cold. What happened to the fire?
I don't know. Fire the fire. Y'all were finger fucking the fire, not me.
Not really. Hey guys, this is Name Pending.
This is Name Pending.
I'm Keeper.
I'm WhiskeyMike.
I'm Aardvark. I'm gonna go fuck with the fire.
Hey, by the way, I didn't tell you, but you're not on the main camera, Aardvark.
So you gotta look at your camera.
So you have to look at your camera. He doesn't know where it is. That's fine. I think the main camera is in this general direction.
It's in front.
There's the main
No, so to the left, about 30 degrees. Right there. To the right, about
That's a mic camera.
2 degrees.
That's my camera. That's his
There's
camera.
my camera.
There we go.
I found
All
my
right.
camera.
Everybody's introduced themselves. I think we're good now.
So this is post the winter storm in Texas, at least the first one.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's another one.
There's
potentially
another
coming.
one, potentially. Maybe. We'll see.
I'll be home and I'll be safe. I'll be warm.
I will be. I was planning on going out of town, but now I'm going to stay home to keep my house safe.
And your cats and your Pearl. By the way,
and my cats.
Pearl's over there.
Yeah, Pearl Scout's wrapped up like a burrito.
Yeah.
I
can't see her face. Did she do that or did
She did that.
Oh, okay.
We've shown her face, and she
She's
refuses to
cocooning.
keep it shown.
she's just y'all aren't gonna be able to see, but she is curled up into a pile of blankets.
So the actual shirt we wear occasionally, that Mike wears occasionally, I did wear it on our other channel. But she 100%, he might actually send that to me and I'll throw it on the YouTubes. But she 100% looks the same way cocooned as one of our shirts.
Yeah.
So it is one of my favorite pastimes, by the way, because, I only go camping during winters in Texas.
Yeah, when
because
it's cold.
It doesn't snow, and I have no bugs to deal with.
It doesn't always snow. Occasionally snows.
It doesn't mostly snow in Texas.
We had snow this past snowstorm.
Yeah, well, that's
That's
neither here nor
ice.
there.
That's not snow.
Oh, no.
No, I got snow.
I got snow.
We got ice.
Oh, well, that's because you're in News Braunfels.
Oh,
But
it's gross.
yeah, so it's cold. I'm not dealing with bugs, and I just sit by the fire, eat steak, drink whiskey, hang out with my dogs, and I burrito up Pearl.
By the way, I destroyed that steak you brought over. I had it for the next 4 days.
I've been craving a good steak.
I seriously had it for the next 4 days.
I brought him 2 steaks.
Yeah, they weren't gonna get past him.
Right? Yeah. No,
Whatever, you'd have to live at my house.
Yeah,
That is true.
Yeah, no, I did. I brought y'all 2 steaks because I made 6 steaks.
Yeah, no. They
have to be at your
survived
house
4
often.
days, and they were portion sized.
Did you share them with your family?
My wife didn't want any, and Ruth tried it, and she was like, "It tastes good," and then she spit it out. I was like, "So it doesn't taste good," but she's at that toddler stage where meat
everything
is consistency and texture are the big things.
Hey, you know what? That never changed for me. Consistency and texture are the big thing for me still.
But she said it tasted great, which I will always take that because flavor's her big thing right now.
Her nope factor.
I heard that. That was.
I'm not used to the boom arm yet, so the drink management is
It's
a little
also
bit
working
different.
with hands
Yeah,
in the
in
cold.
gloves.
Come on, let's be real. We're in Texas. We don't do cold.
We don't do the cold here.
Like-
So it's supposed to be in the 30s tonight. I don't actually know what the temperature is right now.
It was
out here.
supposed to drop down to 38 when I looked on the way over.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was mid to
and-
high 30s. I think.
NWS said it could potentially drop down to 28.
So it's been in the 20s like every night.
So I don't know what it is now, and my phone is
Somewhere.
somewhere.
I'm not taking my gloves back off to check my
It's
phone.
in my pocket.
Yeah.
That means it's already zipped. It's gone.
Let me see if I can find the temperature.
But
Go
normally we do book talk, right?
Oh, no
Ooh.
book talk. I'm yours.
We are gonna do kind of a book talk, and I don't normally gripe about books, and I'm still not gonna gripe necessarily about a particular book. I'm going to gripe about like certain
Genres
or writing styles
that don't appease to you.
Yeah, that don't appeal to me. One of them I realized relatively recently, right? because there are a number of different authors who write in this particular style, and it always confused me why I hated the style so much.
Okay.
And it's because, like, they could have interesting world building, and they could have, interesting magic systems and stuff like that, but ultimately, the writing is flat. It has a flat monotone to the writing. So normally, like, there's
let me understand this real quick. Similar to the monotone I have in NPN, or had in NPN.
Yes.
Okay, I'm on board. I'm connecting.
Very similar to that.
Until I put headphones on, or
there's no ups and downs. There's no hills and valleys to the way that they write, and you can really see it when they go into character interaction, right? Because it's like they know that people have emotions, but they don't understand what leads to those emotions.
Because their people don't have emotions.
So I don't know if they don't have emotions. I just think that they don't understand how that pans out, like what
that
leads
correlates
to those
across
emotions.
the board, yeah.
So they'll just give people these emotions in a moment, and there's no reason or rhyme or reason for the entire the entire interaction doesn't make sense.
This 100% sounds like a college class in like literature. European literature is like, the drapes were blue. That means he was sad, people. It was like, no, it means the drapes were blue.
The drapes were blue.
The drapes were blue. That's all it means. That's all it means. But the drapes were blue.
I mean, if we're talking about the color of blue itself, we have the fact that in postage, when stamping your mail was a thing, blue is a sign of deep, passionate love. The darker blue, the more love.
Well, blues and indigos
we're
also push towards like royalty. So the fact that it went sorrowful, that everybody pushed towards, going back to what we were talking about, books and literature-wise,
literature,
like drives me crazy. That's not what's being said. If you don't know what you're talking about, then just don't talk about it.
That
to
being
a
said,
point,
there are books that lean heavily into symbolism and stories that lean heavily into that symbolism. But typically, that symbolism is prevalent throughout all of the writing. There's not just a random moment where the drapes are blue.
Yeah, that was my point. It was like, oh, he was sad in this moment. No, he brought it. Let's be real. A guy walks into a house, he was like, if he notices something, he's going to bring up something random. And it's like, oh, you got new drapes? No, I've had them for 7 months. Oh, they're blue.
Yeah.
That's it. I noticed it.
That's the discussion.
Now.
It doesn't mean he's sad. But yeah, so that is a particular writing style that, and I'll even go like a couple of books into these series.
Because maybe it's a one-off, maybe it just happened, or maybe he gets better,
and honestly,
or she.
For the longest time, I didn't realize what was turning me off of these. Like what I did, it was like that itch you couldn't scratch, where I couldn't identify what it wasn't, what it was that I didn't like. Right, like I just knew that there was something I didn't like about the writing that didn't fit. But I'm not like a literary major or anything, right? So it's no surprise that it's taken me, multiple decades in order to figure it out.
No, but eventually you figure things out. You're like, oh, aha, and you have that aha moment. And you talk to someone else about it, and they're like, oh yeah, well I realized that. It was like, well I just realized that. They're like, oh, there's two ways to do it. It's like, oh, but then there's the second one. It's like, oh, this is how I felt when I realized it.
Yeah.
You either jump on board with their enthusiasm, or you push them aside.
Yeah.
It was like,
or you poo-poo.
Yeah.
Now the other thing that I don't like is, I'm a big military sci-fi nerd, right?
Yeah, I know you sent me that Star Trek Minecraft one, the server that I played on. RIP.
It's gone.
Well, it's gone until there's another caretaker that doesn't have medical issues.
They can actually manage it.
But we've seen that time and time again with across the board recently. I'd actually say that's really pushed more recently, at least from my understanding, with my eyes more open about it. Where someone's like, hey, I'm experiencing medical stuff. I got to step away from this or step away from this.
Well, it feels more like people are more open to discussing why they don't just
the
disappear.
Circumstances of their
life.
life.
They don't just disappear and people are more willing to like listen. They're not just like, well, you just need to stop being a bitch.
Yeah, because the
I
person's
say you
Discord's
just need to
still
stop
open.
being a bitch.
The person's Discord's still open that he has everyone
Yeah.
on the channel. He's like, but until we find someone that can legitimately run this, I have to step back for medical reasons.
And there's multiple people in various content management and content creation fields who are a lot more comfortable doing that stuff now, right?
For sure.
There's a few content creators that I follow. One of them really impressed me because they're a streamer and
All right, hold on. Server management. I gotta update my mom's car.
they went away for 2 months due to sickness and came back to 19,000 people.
Oh, they saw a
Watching
decline, right? Or did they see an increase?
Honestly, there was probably a bit of decline, but not as much as you would expect.
But there was more value for those who stayed.
Right.
Versus the occasional, oh, I'm here because everyone else talked about you. I'm here because I care.
Yeah.
And I enjoy what you put out.
Yeah. So, I mean, but getting back to the sci-fi nerd stuff, right?
Sci-fi nerd. Yep.
I was recently there's a particular genre where it's like someone discovers a spaceship or they discover an AI or something, some kind of advanced whatever, right? And then
what is that genre called, by the way?
What? Military sci-fi?
You're talking about the one where they just discover the ship or the AI or the old world tech, pretty much.
It's just sci-fi. There's no specific designator for that genre.
It's one of those. It hasn't become prevalent enough where it has its own offshoot, at least that I'm aware of.
Yeah, as far as I know, it doesn't have its own label yet.
All right, I'm still listening.
But, I've seen it done a number of times. There's a few times I've seen it done good, but more often than not, I see it done poorly, right? Because they don't power scale well, or it just goes off in a weird direction. And I hate to say it, but I'm all about like a dude bro fucking, brother fucking, space marine fucking.
I found my answer. To answer the offshoots, there's hard science fiction, soft science fiction, space opera, cyberpunk.
Yeah, those are all ones.
Yep.
Military sci-fi.
Yep.
And then post-apocalyptic dystopian. Now, the ones that are blends of a couple different other ones are space western, science fantasy.
Yeah.
Steampunk.
Yeah.
Yep.
Solar punk.
Yeah.
I'll say that one last. Slipstream, techno thriller, Bangsian fantasy. That was the one I was having trouble with. And then there's theme ones that are subgenres of subgenres. Time travel and multiverse, biopunk, and alien first contacts.
I don't think this fits into any of those.
It
slots into
multiple
of
roles,
them.
but it hasn't had its own genre yet.
Yeah.
No, these are just major ones based.
Yeah. I'm
AI,
familiar.
AI based off AI. Let's.
I'm familiar with all of those except for Slipstream.
Slipstream was one I got confused on.
Slipstream. Let me go down. Slipstream is a between genre that mixes speculative fiction, magical realism, and literary fiction.
Okay, so
okay.
I actually know
I've read a couple of them.
I know a couple of genres that are like that. Yeah. Or a couple series that are like that.
I'm trying to understand genre-wise.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm all about a masculine fucking kick-ass fucking, we're going to fix the world, but we're going to do it the conservative way, shoot it up,
Ask questions later.
Yeah, kind of deal, right? Like we're not gonna let people push us around. We're not gonna let we're not gonna pander to people's stuff. The problem is that a lot of times they do this and then they go off a little bit on the deep end. And normally for me, the first telltale sign of that is the women.
Elaborate.
Yes,
I'm curious.
I'm curious on what your thought process is.
I'm curious what yours is, because I have my own opinions on.
Well, so the first book series I really got into that I talked to Aardvark about, where there's like 18 some odd books.
Yeah.
Or no, it's the the Marine one. It was like a KTF, the KTF one. That one, it introduced the woman, into it for the one Marine guy.
Yeah.
Can't remember his name. And I have all the books, but I haven't gone back to it because every time I start going back to it, it's romance. And I was like, I just can't skip past this romance part that I don't care about. So explain for us to understand.
So typically, and this is actually has always been ever since I was like a teenager, and I was like more understanding what I was reading. Like at some point, I had a realization of women who write men poorly and men who write women poorly, right? But
consistently.
And so I'm gonna pull a y'all, and I'm gonna fucking ADHD out in a different direction ever so briefly.
Yeah.
But when I say that, and we've talked about it on podcasts before, men who write women poorly and women who write men poorly, it's men who write women poorly, they'll write a woman who they're just supposed to be a set sex piece, right? Or they're a dude with tits, right?
Yep.
Women who write men poorly, it's a chick with a dick. Realistically, because it's an overly emotional dude.
Yeah,
and every single
he has
dude
feelings over everything, and
every single one, it's like he's super emotional and blah blah blah. And there's normally some excuse they're a vampire and there's part of their thing.
Or they've understood over hundreds and thousands of years, and
whatever, right? Whatever the reasoning is, right?
It was like, okay, I understand you gave me the reason for why he's that way.
And
but
so
he's a one-off. He's a unicorn.
That was like my first telltale on spotting like good authors as opposed to bad authors. Because if you've got a woman who can write a man that acts like a man, and not like a stereotype of a man, or like a woman in a man's body, but like how a man actually writes, I'm impressed. By the same token, if you can write a woman as a man, if you can write women that feel like actual women, like actual people, right? Then I'm impressed. But what I'm talking about here is it's not like they were not necessarily writing like women that didn't necessarily feel like they could be women. It's the dude became such a Adonis that now he's attracting multiple women.
He's a prima donna,
and who all want to sleep with him.
He was starting his own harem,
and now he can. And it starts to get really deep because now every decision he makes is the right decision. And he can never make the wrong decision. And even when the AI that he talked to disagreed with him, and that wasn't the original agreement that they associated with this AI, well, that agreement that, yes, I agreed to that, but that agreement was ultimately wrong. That has happened multiple times in that specific subset of the genre. That I'm like leery of it. I'm like very leery of it.
So it's not even just go ahead. I saw your finger. Go ahead.
So getting back to what you were talking about with writing the men as men and the women as women, and not in the you're overly doing one in one way or the other. Philip Reeve is an author I personally believe they have done it fantastic with their series on Mortal Engines, as well as their trilogy that came before it. Like, it set the baseline for the story, the Fever Crumb trilogy. Throughout both of their books, I think it's 7 or 8 books in total, not counting the history book that they published later, the men were men. Like, in the book, the male characters were actual male characters. You could, as a male reading it, you could feel the passion, you could feel the life as if you were in that position.
Cabo, come here. Come here. Come
and
here.
Then
there we go.
With the female characters, there were some that were more feminine than others, but they portrayed it as if you were to walk into a mall and you were to pick out 10 women that look completely different. The author wrote as if you were to randomly pick 10 women that dressed and acted completely different and wrote them as completely different people. And that is something I've appreciated from that author.
So we actually know an author, us together know an author who does a very good job of this.
Really?
So before we dive into that, my wife, Jess, recently figured this out with a book that came out years ago now. I don't want to say it because
We're not trying to dog on.
We don't want to dog on the negativity that I have about it.
I don't like to ever dog on.
So for that
authors.
very reason, I'm not going to say the name or the author.
And be careful about being too descriptive of
And
the
I
exact. Yeah.
So there's a limited number of books with this. It became a motion picture, which now limits it, but still opens it up across the board. But the way they described the males and females in there was very, very descriptive. It's like, oh, you want this. This is what you want. This isn't how the man really is, because in the movie that you were there with, they're an entirely different person than the book.
So they were writing their ideations into the book instead of writing the characters as a character.
Which is the reason because the book series, in my opinion, was written very well. And the movie was done very well, or movies were done very well. But the issue was, when you go back and retrospectively look at it, you're like, oh, this is what you wanted. Now, it played well with the story, but because it was a multi-book series and it was multiple movies.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, okay, interesting. This is what you wanted in the book series. And then because what was going on in the world, you're like, oh, man's a woman, a woman's a man, and holy crap, you changed the perspective entirely. And now a man's transitioned to a woman transitioned to a man, which never happened in the movie part of it. So it's one of those, you didn't know what you wanted, and my opinion, mine alone, there may be others that are very, very similar, but you were just trying to get clicks, for lack of better terms. You were trying to get views or people to get it because that's what they were about.
Yeah.
Now, that book series, I still really like. I like when it came out. I loved the story of it. There was just pieces of it that
Didn't really click.
didn't connect. It was like, for example, it'd be like any of the Drew Hayes books that we love.
Yeah.
If he added it was like, well, they're gay because they need to be gay for no reason other than they're gay.
But he never had anyone who was just gay
That's my
for
point.
no reason.
That's my point.
Like they when they were gay, it felt genuine.
It was genuine. Titan, for example. Titan was genuine
Yeah.
across the board. It's like, sorry, superpowers, corpses.
Yeah.
Love Drew Hayes, by the way, but there was more value to it other than there was value. That's what it is. There was value.
And he had legitimate struggle.
Yeah.
And there was legitimate stuff, especially in the time period that you're talking about, because he was doing this back in the 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
Some that was the time frame. Yeah, no. Guess what? It still wasn't common for people to be coming out gay during that period of time.
Yep. So there's people that have done it better, who have done it later and earlier, on the same time of writing books, that, in my opinion, some authors miss. Maybe they didn't do enough research. Maybe they just missed it. They're like, let's be real. How many times have we missed it at a stop sign?
Yeah.
Like, did you really stop for 3 seconds? No.
I rolled through that.
It was like, okay, well, you missed it. Like, it's the same concept. But by the way, love Drew Hayes. Love the other author. I don't want to, because it is a critique that I don't want to negatively talk about the author. So I will protect them and not bring it up. She's covered herself up more.
She's licking the air. So I think Brandon Sanderson does a very good job of writing.
I
male and
have a
female
bunch of his books on Audible.
I love some of their books.
And the other one, but this is one that's contentious, and there are a number of people out there who are going to disagree with me on this one.
Which do it, by the way, because enough of you talk about, hey, we need to have a podcast that talks about books. This is a 30-minute segment where we're talking about books. This is you, the one that's talking about, hey, I'm tagging you in this.
This there be for you, yon person.
It's
Brandon Sanderson.
It's Robert Jordan with the Wheel of Time series.
What was Brandon Sanderson, the one you brought up?
What was Brandon Sanderson?
You said Brandon Sanderson.
Yeah. He finished the Wheel of Time series after Robert Jordan died.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The Wheel of Time series is 14 books long, I think, or is it 15? I don't know. It's umpteen billion books long.
It's long.
To the point to where the author died before he finished the series, right? Like, okay.
But it's a good one. And you know what?
And I thought he did a good job of writing men and women who acted like men and women, and not just that, but the misunderstandings that men and women can have between each other because of their differences in perspective.
And so I appreciate that. So we're going through marriage counseling, not because we have issues, but because we had issues, and we're trying to fix the issues. And it's very interesting because we're reading a book, and it talks about all these different people, and the person that's writing the book is an engineer, and his wife obviously is an engineer, but during her time of the month, her name changes to Helga. So it's like Lisa and Helga. So we're talking about Jacqueline Hyde.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, well, is Helga showing up? But it's the understanding of man and women. Like man, wife.
Yeah.
Husband, wife, man, woman. And we're understanding the specifics between the two different sexes, the two different genders, and we're understanding this. So the fact that we see authors doing it well, we want to capitalize on that, because that's amazing, because we enjoy seeing a little bit of reality in our fiction. Like realistic, I do. I enjoy seeing reality in the fiction.
It's the ability to associate with the book and place yourself in part of the character's life.
But hey, I think that's about that for our book talk section. Even though we probably have a ton more we could talk about.
Oh, we definitely do.
Absolutely.
Like, real quick segment, move further into the Mark of the Fool. I'm on the next book, we're pushing forward, and it was like, I don't want to do any spoilers, but the main character talks to another minor main character. It was like, hey, this. It was like, oh my gosh, that all makes sense now. For those who have read Mark of the Fool, end of book 5,
dude, there's multiple
6.
points like that in the book series. Okay.
I know, but I don't want to spoil it.
And with that, we'll call the segment.
And he told me to bring these other beers home, but it was like, my favorite part is bringing a beer into the house and holding a political conversation. Intentional, unintentional. It just seems like every time I bring in a beer, we're holding something political.
Okay.
So we're talking about the ICE stuff. We're talking about Venezuela and Mexico, because his parents are from Mexico. He's 70-something years old, which is actually very interesting, because Mexico is like, hey, these new tariffs and how you're transporting all this Venezuela stuff, we agree, and just don't attack us. And which kind of segues into, because you brought up earlier, is we have America's like, hey, we's touching yous in Europe and arresting 2 people for the Russian, because if we understand, from my understanding, Venezuela, huge oil pocket. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mike. Huge oil pocket.
Oh yeah,
touching.
yeah. Well, I mean, of a specific oil type.
They're one of the world's largest.
Largest. Yeah. So we have that. And from my understanding, they've supplied China, Cuba, Russia.
Yep.
Yeah, China, Cuba, Russia, and technically double China, because China's supporting North Korea.
Yeah.
From my understanding, loosely, no.
The communist countries.
Yeah, that economic bloc they've been supporting.
Correct.
Yes. From the research I've done, it's been mainly that general grouping.
So this huge staple, about a month ago, roughly a month ago, where America was like, boom, we got you, Maduro.
Yeah, took that motherfucker.
We own you.
Not just...
We murked all your boys in your own city.
We took you in a couple hours, wiped out your entire bodyguard. I don't know. I just don't, from a geopolitical perspective, the number of people who suddenly wanted to come to the table after that is just staggering.
Oh, it was astronomical. My favorite part, though, was the fact that it shattered a lot of regions' idea of, I'm in my backyard, I'm safe.
Yeah, yes.
Well, because
we completely shattered that.
But my favorite... Go ahead.
We'd been playing the game of, it's your backyard, we're going to let you live in your backyard for a long time. Problem is, no one else was playing by that rule.
Correct.
Everyone else wanted to be in our chili, in our backyard.
my favorite part. There's two favorite parts. One was monetarily. It was like, oh, well, the U.S. is just going to bankroll all this. It was like, okay, well, we've all been in a relationship or something where we've bankrolled or done majority of the work at work, and it was like,
yep.
Okay, this sucks. Okay, well, America's been doing that for years, so now we're just like, oh no, I want my blood shit back. Give me what's owed. Now, on the other hand of it, it was like, oh no, you've been doing this wrong. And then you called me out.
Yeah.
On every social media platform. Yeah. It was like, then come get me. Game. I already have a whole United States Navy there waiting for this.
Isn't it
I already have.
The world's second largest air force is also owned by...
the world's largest air force is the United States Navy.
Yeah.
The second largest air force is the United States Air Force.
Yeah.
And the world's largest Navy is the United States Navy.
What's the world's third largest air force?
The Army.
The Army.
The United States Air Force, hold on, is the second largest Air Force
in the world.
Air Force, specifically
Air
focusing
Force.
on Air Force. Air Force is number 2, and then Army's number 3. Hold on, why does Army have so many planes? Hold on, let's take a step back. Now let's look at this statistic. Where are Marines? If you've ever met a Marine pilot,
Yeah.
they're vicious.
Yeah.
I actually haven't had the chance to.
Yeah, but
They're not even in the
Marine
top
pilots
10.
they're fun.
But they're not even in the top 10.
No.
Marines aren't in the top 10 of the world's Air Force.
Although, speaking of Marine pilots, there was a couple of articles that I was reading about how some MARSOC, like high up MARSOC, ended up pushing the equivalent of a crop duster that got converted into a weapons platform.
That's not saying much. If you've read any of these MARSOC things, like Special Operations Command for Marines, Marine Special Forces is what they...
Yeah.
Let's just be real. Marines SF, and all of them, their whole thing is, how can we make a potato more dangerous?
Yeah, pretty much.
Have you killed a man with a potato? Have you ever choked a man with a potato? I've fed men potato. No. Have you ever choked a man with potato? What about drowned a man?
I kind of think that's what I'm getting back to, right? Is because we've played nice as a country.
As a
country, we have played nice.
We've played nice for so long, and I think this was...
Venezuela was the staple. It was like...
This was a demonstration of, hey, we still got it. And it made a lot of people reconsider their stance on things because we've played the diplomat for a very long time.
Oh, we've only spent like $50 billion for NATO and all these other like joint force stuff. But by the way, we'll take you in your backyard if you do stupid stuff.
And like, I'm not trying to be that guy who's backing out on my principles or some shit like that, or backing down from my stance or trying to play both sides. But I legitimately don't agree necessarily with everything that Trump does. However, Venezuela, 100%.
Oh, absolutely.
Backing out of the World Health Organization, 100%.
Yes.
So I've enjoyed seeing the stuff that came out of... Because when it happened, I was like, all right, I'm about it. I mean, let's be real. I grew up with the FAFO generation.
Yeah.
If you're going to talk about it, be about it.
Yeah.
If you want to... Oh, well, he hit me. Then you better destroy him and his family.
And I've gotten very tired of this apologetic rhetoric for every time we're dealing with another country.
My favorite part with Venezuela is hearing about the few survivors. The few survivors that survived. Like, they're actually Maduro's men that
And
survived.
they recall the story.
They recall their words. If you've ever seen the video or have read some of the documentary and stuff of it, the documentation of it, these individuals came down in such force, we couldn't shoot enough shots at them. And they didn't go down when we hit them.
So here
And
you go.
another one was like, we thought we hit them, and we were blinded by everything. They were super soldiers. Hold on, let's look back. Allegedly, because there hasn't fully been everyone who's been there. Allegedly DEA, because it was a drug thing.
Yep.
CIA has loosely claimed stuff, which that's probably about as close as you're ever gonna get.
Yeah. Realistically, it's in a foreign country. CIA was probably there.
The people that know about stuff, yeah, sure, maybe, yeah, cool. But then it was like, well, we know DOD was there because let's be real. Trump on Truth Social was like,
Yeah.
we just moved more ships there. It was like,
And then
okay.
You also
and-
have the fact that there was a brief period of time before it happened that a majority of all American military planes just turned off their broadcasting.
That didn't happen. That's worldwide.
It wasn't just Venezuela. It was
It's
That was
not-
worldwide.
worldwide?
We stopped all broadcast of every plane from America.
No way.
Oh yes.
I thought it was just the Venezuela region.
From what I read and what I understood.
Oh.
So let me put this in layman standards. We American Airlines. If you're flying to Europe, you're invisible, bro.
Fucking everybody?
Alaskan Airlines.
Everybody?
If you're an
Military or
American company,
civilian?
you're invisible, bro.
What the fuck, man?
Why? Because, for example, so Elon Musk plane, all these other planes, you don't have to broadcast if you're American, other than to American stuff.
Yeah.
Boom. So who can
Oh.
read where you're at? America. Who
America.
can't?
Everyone
Everybody
else.
Everyone else. What? And this is totally jumping to a whole different segment in a way. We have totally just reclaimed, oh, we are the world power. Let me own your country.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the big concern, especially with Greenland and
Well, it realistically, we have been the world power and we have been the world police. The problem with being the world police, if we haven't been acting as a world, we haven't been gaining any benefits.
In paper, we've been the world police, but
We've been the
realistically,
world social worker.
we've been the world social worker. That is
yes.
the best way to put it.
That is
because
the best way to put it.
the way I
You're
put it
powerless
would have
in the
hurt a lot
position
of
you're
people.
at, but you have the authority to tell them you shouldn't do that, and that's the extent of your authority.
No,
Yes.
what it came down to is, Mike, hand me your hand. It was like, bad boy, don't do that again.
Yes.
World War II.
That was
it was
every
like,
interaction.
Germany never do that again. World War II. This is the way. Germany never do that again. We jump into Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan. It's like, oh, give me your hand. Don't do that again.
Yeah.
I want your oil.
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
want your oil. I want your opiates.
and this is what everyone understood it as. But we were the world police, but we were a social worker. It wasn't like you. It's like, oh,
No.
you did wrong. But we won.
And that's the other side of it is once upon a time, Americans had faith
Yep.
that if another country took you, that we would wipe the floor with that other country to get you.
Yes.
You, because you're an American citizen. We will fucking bomb everything to pull you out.
We will
Because you know
glass
what we
the
used to
planet
do?
to get Americans.
Not negotiate with terrorists.
But
What happened in Afghanistan? Afghanistan?
we negotiated with
We
everybody.
negotiated with the literal terrorists.
We negotiated with everybody.
You know what you
And-
just did? You wasted Mike's time, my time, Dad's time, Bruce's time. You wasted all these people that you know specifically.
Yes.
It pisses every GWAT military member off because realistically, we won Iraq. We won Afghanistan. Those are wins.
But what did you label?
And
We
you
wasted
managed to-
20-something freaking years
You managed to bureaucrat that fucking win away. Everyone calls Afghanistan a loss. Why does everyone call Afghanistan a loss?
Because you know who needs Humvees? The Taliban, Al Qaeda.
Because of the way we left.
So bad. So I knew a couple pilots that left there, traumatized. And I've talked briefly about this on a prior podcast. Because me and Whiskey definitely, we pushed on this because this is a very, we both fought there. Like it matters.
Yeah.
To us. So when it happened, it was very prominent in our lives, but I knew a couple of the pilots, I knew pilots' friends and whatnot, and to hear the stories that came out where we're closing, our landing gear won't close because people are holding on to it. And then when we land and we get off the plane, we see body parts of those individuals.
Yeah.
We're talking about 12, 16 hours later, depending on the flight, 8 hours at the shortest, all that across the board, you're finding body parts of hands, legs, whatever you could wrap around
The landing gear.
the landing gear, whatever.
Because they knew that if they stayed, they would be part of the purge.
Because at some point, they were working to make their country better. And what happened within this past year in 2025? Women can't go to school anymore.
Dude, that entire
Shocker!
country is a shambles. That entire country is a shambles. However,
I'm listening.
Iran,
I ran FAFO'd real quick.
man, Iran is probably about to find out.
I would debate they actually found out. Because we've talked about the Army lieutenant. This O2 that, congrats, you're in charge of the whole base.
Yeah.
Everybody else is gone from the base that they hit.
Yeah.
Because I understand, as a principality, you have to return strike after we destroyed your nuclear capability.
Right.
Completely and entirely.
Completely, yeah, agreed.
But
there was so many OPSEC leaks across the board. Instagram, so social media across the board
yeah.
is like, okay, they're flying somewhere. That's a lot. That's a lot of planes. That's holy cow. That's a lot of planes. That was a 2-minute video. That's a 2-minute video of a lot of planes.
But I think that they failed to learn the appropriate lesson.
Oh, for sure.
I think that they failed to learn that we punched them in the nose. We broke their nose, and we said, "Hey,
don't do that again.
Don't do this."
What are they doing?
And I think that the other side of it is that now we have the world populace opinion behind our actions, because no one wants to see smuggled out videos of trucks full of bodies
Not just
protesters.
trucks. 18-wheelers.
No, you know what I love about the world's opinion of everything that's going on, and I want you to touch on this after.
Okay, go for it.
So, Trump's like, oh, we're doing this, and the whole world's like, no. UK, of all places, Britain's like, we like the cut of his jib. Let's take this. We're going to start. By the way, we only care about British civilians. Oh, you came in and we care about British civilians. It was like, hold on, time out. 5-7 years ago, wasn't Britain leading the, we care about everyone.
Yeah.
And, boy, everyone loves everyone.
Well, I mean,
And now they're like, no, we care about our citizens.
Britain is in the teeter-totter space right now.
Oh, I'd say they're pushing more towards. Last I saw, they're pushing more towards. We care about our own proper citizens than anyone else.
No.
Like I said, last I saw, I could be wrong.
You wrote the article.
I did write the article, and the worst part is I read, I think, 5 more articles combined with that one.
Yeah.
So, from the research that I've done from our NPN is good, watch it please. So, from
Good
the
plug.
research I've done with the NPN stuff and just the article research, reading into it, Because we got some article about Britain is going to do the Panopticon.
AI Panopticon.
An AI Panopticon.
They've always done
Which-
super CCTV camera, but don't care.
Which, if you loosely know, Panopticon is just you're always being watched.
Yeah.
Congratulations, CCTV. They've done that since the 90s.
That's current Britain. Anyways.
No, that's been Britain for the last 30 years.
Well, I mean, they're wanting to step it up to the next level.
Yes.
They're wanting to reach
what
Chinese
does that
levels of monitoring
now-
and
But
social.
China has never had what Britain has had.
No,
Now-
China has what Britain has.
No. They went to a different aspect of it. They track every device. Britain has always had. We have CCTV everywhere. It's like, example A, you raped an individual and we know exactly where you're at.
Let him finish the explanation.
Now, with that in mind, we're getting back to the original topic of Britain is more either for their people and their people alone or the whole world. Currently, from the reading and the research I've done, it seems like they're at the point that we were as America at the Civil War equivalent, where it's you have 50% that says, screw the world, we need to fix what's at home.
Agree. So I will stop you right here, only to pause you, because I want you to continue. I'm only speaking from what the Prime Minister said. I'm only speaking on what the lead of the country said.
Yeah.
That's my only standpoint. That's
Yeah.
the only ground I have to stand on based off what he said. so continue, because I love this.
Yeah.
I'm about this.
So you
Because
have
the 50-50 split. Continue.
So you have the 50-50 split where you have part of their party that's going, screw the world, we need to fix what's at home before we can even reach out and help anyone else.
Facts.
It's the
Yeah.
equivalent of when you're on an airline. Put on your own mask before you reach for the
Before you
next
help
person.
someone else.
And
Yeah.
you got 50% that's saying that. And then the other party is saying, no, our home front is fine. Everything is fine. We're great. Meanwhile, in Britain, last I checked, there were people getting charges put against them for flying the British flag out in public.
Yes.
Like
So
the
there's-
actual British
That's an actual
flag.
fact.
No, that is. There's a lot I don't agree with Britain. There really is. A lot of it is like, you hurt my feelings on social media. We're going to arrest. Don't agree with that.
They were having female police dress in civilian clothes and go for a run, and then arresting anyone who quote unquote catcalled them.
So you also have,
That's my.
if
There's
you
a
were
lot
overseas,
I don't agree on.
if you were overseas and you posted, like if you went to America and you
No,
posted,
I have a post. I actually have a couple posts on my own Instagram. It was like at UK try me. Like,
Yeah.
I really have, and there's thousands of people have done it. But at the end of the day, it's like, I'm sorry. Last time I checked, I'm in America.
Yeah.
Catch these hands. You're gonna see what I'm about real quick, because
Well,
last
I mean,
time
you
I
know,
checked,
they said that they're going to come over here and arrest us in America.
good,
They
because
said it.
last time I checked, cross continental, cross world, you can't bring your firearm.
so here's the point that I was making with that specifically.
Let's go.
They've actually had their own citizens when they got back get arrested for posts they made in America.
Yeah.
Well, yes,
Yeah.
because they're citizens, they're going back to their native country.
But
that's
I
happened
honestly
in-
believe that falls on you alone. If I say, for example, I say America's trash, and I start spilling whatever, I don't know. Let's say I work in a TS world, a TS environment,
But
and I
this-
start
this-
spilling all
but it
that.
wasn't
This isn't
TS.
about secrets. This is just you putting out your fucking opinion.
But what they did is they set a law in place. If I start breaking every law,
That is fair.
If I murder everyone I bring on the podcast,
And so I understand what you're saying, but
It's fair from a
our
legality
point
point.
that we're driving at isn't that people are breaking the law. Our point is driving at that it's a law, period. That's what we're trying to say.
no, agreed. The fact that it's a law period is insane.
Yeah.
It was like, well,
The hurt feeling laws are bullshit.
So that same thing, I want to change it. I want to change the perspective of it. Where did the military start with facial hair? You could have facial hair. As long as you could grow proper facial hair,
Yeah.
Yes.
you're good. You can wear it. Now we've gotten to the point you got to have a trim beard, trim mustache, da-da-da. If we went back to that, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
But everybody's like, oh, well, you're military this. Because the law of the land is this. Whether you agree with it or not,
Yeah. Well,
this is
yeah,
where it's
I understand you're saying it's the law of the land. I don't understand your point in that regard. We're bitching about the law itself and the fact that people are getting in trouble for something
it's
that's
the law of the
absolutely
land.
it doesn't matter. That's
So
not
our
what we're
point
bitching
is,
about.
From what I understand, at least my perspective on this point, it's less the fact that it's the law of the land. We understand, we accept it. Yes, that is the law of the land. It's more, we're arguing the semantics of why
Is
should
it the
this
law
even
of
be
the
the
land?
law of the land?
How idiotic the
How
law of
did
the
it
land
come
is.
to
here you go.
be?
Did you vote for the individual? Then you set up the law of the land. Whether you agree with it or not, that's the way principles have worked for the past 200 years.
We understand that. That doesn't mean that we don't argue against
You can
the
argue it all
stupid
you
fucking
want.
principles.
It's stupid. I can
Yeah.
agree with you that it's stupid. I think it's insane. I think it's
I think
I don't-
insane is
I
putting
don't
it
know.
politely.
I don't know. He sounded very apologetic. He sounded like he was about that fucking
Define
socialist
apologetic.
life.
Define
he really,
apologetic.
He was apologizing for, the
I don't think I
UK's
apologized.
need
So-
to file for hurt feelings reports. Okay?
Was it apologizing or was it trying to bring in a separate
that's
perspective
not what apologetic
to
means.
allow the ability for us to expound upon the thought itself?
Okay, stop defending him. All right,
No,
you sound
I-
like him
no, it-
defending the UK.
I wanted you to defend your definition of apologetic because that's I'm curious because that wasn't what it was. Like, I'm not apologizing for anything. I'm only explaining what the law of the land is.
Right. Apologetic might have been the wrong terminology for that. However, you were actively defending it, and our original argument wasn't that it was the law of the land. Our argument was, and the point we were trying to get across was, it's the entire concept that you can, state your opinion and then go to your own country and get arrested like it's China.
Stating opinion is different than stating opinion against government. There's a difference, and whether I agree with it or not, they are a difference.
And to that point, and to yours, that also goes to show with America just how non-dictatorship we actually are.
We have a freedom of speech.
We have
Yeah.
the freedom. We have the freedom
Like,
to
for
quite
example,
literally.
You can say, for example, bomb, bomb, bomb in an airport and be fine.
Yeah.
You can say, I don't like Trump in any vernacular you want. You can post it in a vernacular. Will you be watched? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But will you be arrested?
But you won't be arrested.
Right.
Now, we can all stand on, I don't agree with how Britain's going, oh no, we're going to arrest you for saying this. Oh, hands down. We can all stand in agreement on that one. I think that's
But,
insane. I think that's
you
dumb.
were trying to say that the British citizens who posted stuff while they were in the United States shouldn't be shocked that they got arrested when they
They
went back to
shouldn't be
Britain.
shocked because they know the law.
Right.
That's the law.
I just didn't think that was the conversation.
I mean, simply put, we all know speeding's against the law, right? And we joke about it all the time. It's like, well, if you're going to monetarily fine me, it's a tax.
Yeah.
It's not illegal. Okay, well, the difference is if you got arrested every time you sped,
That would change it.
That would change things.
that would change it. But that's the same thing that's happening in Europe. We know, we all know speeding's illegal. By definition, by law,
Yeah.
speeding is illegal. But if we got arrested,
Kind of changes the entire game.
it changes the game.
Yes.
It's the same thing that's happening there. The difference is the perspective. The perspective, I think it's stupid. I should be able to speak whatever the heck I want about whoever the heck I want. And you know what? Let them talk to me face to face and we'll fisticuff it if need to.
But that's the thing is that once upon a time, they were able to speak however they
They
wanted.
were. And I loved it. Because I used to watch a lot of their news and they talked about
Oh, their news
The
is
world across the board.
hilarious.
because at a time they were an enterprise that conquered and ruled a lot. So they had a lot of control over a lot of different things, and then they merged into a point where they only have rule over nothing because they've allowed so much in.
But
They're the equivalent of a paper tiger.
that's our segment. We need to move on, take a break, and come back with fresher heads with a fresher topic.
And cooler heads.
Cooler
heads.
Maybe not too much cooler.
We might
It is
continue
cold
this
outside.
offline.
Going.
Hey guys, we're live.
We are live.
We got 20 minutes left on this, so here we go. We're back. Hey, welcome back. We're talking about games.
Hey,
So
so
ahead.
I've been playing.
Because I was gonna say we touched on
fun
geopolitical,
little
we touched on
indie-
book talk, but screw it. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
no,
we're just
I'm
we're
gonna
just
cut you
diving
off
into
and
it.
we're gonna talk about games. Okay, I'm good.
Sip.
I'm good.
I don't know how loud I was. I apologize for that one.
It's okay. I've got a limiter on that.
Oh, good.
Anyways,
I was definitely loud.
so I've been playing a fun little game called
I'm
Voices
back.
of the Void.
Yep, I've
It's
seen
a-
it.
It's a little indie game.
Okay.
He's in the same Discord, 21 Vets.
And it's a horror game.
It's a horror game.
Yeah, it's a horror game.
Horror.
Horror
Horror.
game. Horror game.
Horror game.
It's a horror game.
Is it a horror or whore?
It's a horror
Horror or horror game?
Does the word start with a W or an H?
It doesn't help. It doesn't help.
but so it's fun because you're just going through like your daily tasks of searching for signals and stuff like this.
That was a Pearl sound.
Yeah, that
You
was a
may have not capitalized, but I heard that. That was a Pearl sound.
Pearl was grumbling that I stopped
You will hear
petting
this
her.
on the recording. That was a horror game that you're.
And so you're just going through your daily tasks as a scientist, and then every now and then some shit goes down.
Space races.
The last time was the sun started to hate me.
Oh, please
And-
explain.
And by that, I mean like
you only like that because you're a ginger.
you would go outside and the sun would turn into a laser and just start hurting you.
So you're a ginger.
And then
Being
And
ginger
then later
for
on,
today.
I'm sitting there cleaning the windows because you can take a sponge and just clean the windows off. And suddenly, in the middle of the day,
You're
absolute
sunburned.
night appears. And then, like, you can see it outside your little base. There are eyes floating around in the woods
Can we
all
just
over
talk
the
about-
place.
I don't see it being an issue with halfway through the day the sun just disappears. We had that
In
a couple
all-
of years ago, and I was like,
You know
oh,
what?
Okay.
In all honesty, I think I'd welcome the sun being gone for 90% of the day, because then I wouldn't be burning.
Go to Alaska.
But yeah, there's just random weird shit that goes down, and you never
Which
quite know
game
what's
is
going
this?
to kick it off.
I've forgotten which game this
It's
was.
called Voices of the Void. It's an
Voice.
indie title. It's not on Steam. You can
Oh,
only,
I don't care if it's on Steam or not.
you can get it on their website for free.
Okay.
Or I mean, you can donate money, or you can subscribe to their Patreon or something like that. But it's still free on Steam.
Voices.
It's still an alpha, right? But it's a ton of fun. I've been really fucking addicted to fucking playing this game.
First-person indie horror simulation game where you play as a scientist in an isolated observatory.
Yeah, up in Switzerland apparently.
It doesn't specify.
And yeah, just weird shit happens. Like there's a whole. That's the other side of it, is that there's a ton
It
of
does specify. It is in
weird
Switzerland. Yeah.
of weird different things that can happen to you.
Is
And
it
I've only
multiplayer?
scratched the surface.
Is it multiplayer?
No,
Oh.
it is
Hold on. Did the
I-
phone land in the fire?
no.
No.
Okay.
I know
Then
that
I
you're
wouldn't
all
have
about
fun for 3 years.
multiplayer, but the thing is that this is a fantastic. It's a fantastic like drop-in game, except for the fact that
This game has 40 plus, so you have over 40, under 50, days of unique events, 150 plus, so under 160, unique signals.
Wow.
Wow.
I've come across like 4 or 5.
That's actually quite
what-
impressive.
how long have you played?
Hours. Hours and hours and hours. Hours and hours and hours.
Day-wise, how many days have you played this game?
I don't know. I'm on like in game.
No, real life days. I don't care about in game because that cycles. But
I don't know really for me because like I only pop into the game to play for a while and then bounce back out to edit video.
When
right?
did you start playing this game?
Like a month ago.
Okay, so a month ago. So let's put it on the least amount of games you play.
Which,
So you play 4 hours roughly a week?
yeah,
So
I'd say that's
4,
fair.
8, 12,
16.
16 a month. That's pretty wild, roughly, based off our standard of, like that's
Like,
interesting.
on the bare minimum of our standard for gaming, 16 hours roughly ish of gaming, and you've only encountered 5.
Yeah. And the great thing is that you'll just be doing daily like you literally come into a base that's completely trash. There's trash all over the place. So what do? You get garbage bags and you start picking up the trash.
This game I might actually play based off the FAQs. Will there be a multiplayer in the future? Question mark. This is the most common.
Okay.
No, due to the lack of networking experience and lack of foundation for net in the game, I will not establish this. So the individual that built this game is like, I don't understand multiplayer or networking like this, so I won't do it.
And what really sucked me in is I saw a streamer that I follow got one of the devs on with her ad hoc. Like the dev just follows her because she plays the game and she's been following the game for a long time and she's a Patreon member.
He's telling you how to mod the game, how to use custom content, pictures, radio, TV, etc.
Yeah.
This is where you put it. The creator of this is telling you how to mod his own game.
Yeah.
Also telling you, I don't know how to do multiplayer, which
So
now tells me as a non-developer is like, hey, I don't know how to do this. It's not that I'm closed to it. I just don't know how to do it.
I don't know how to do this.
So
and
at
because
this
he
point-
doesn't know how to, he's not willing to.
At
make
this
any
point,
promises.
at
Yes.
this point, I have this pulled up.
I actually
might-
appreciate that. I like that a lot.
Here you go. Will the game be on Steam one day? The game will eventually get into Steam eventually, but the game is still quite unfinished. And not even finished, so we can't speedrun it, sorry.
Dang.
It'll take some time to polish it for Steam release. So he has, just based off what I read off the FAQs for this game, he's like, I'm not there yet to prompt it to Steam to release.
Yeah.
But when it gets there, you better be prepared because I'm releasing it.
Yeah.
I don't have the multiplayer piece because I don't know it right now because he doesn't want to overpromise.
No.
Because what have we seen over the past 6 years?
A lot of overpromising
And
for stuff that people can't do.
Because of that specific, I can genuinely appreciate that. Where it's there's games I'm following on Steam right now. I've been following them for like 3 or 4 years that I can remember, and those games aren't released yet. Those games, they haven't even released open betas.
That's where I was
that
for
I've seen
Ark
access
for so
to.
long. So
where
long.
it's you have a developer now with the indie game where it's I can't promise multiplayer because I don't know it yet.
Yeah.
I can't promise Steam because I as the developer don't feel comfortable releasing my game as a product to Steam yet.
And you know, I can respect that because I alone, during this month and a half being unemployed, have looked about building an application for Google or Apple, and was like, okay, well, it's $1 a month. That I can do that.
Yeah.
That's fine. But at the end of the day, it's like, but will it bring value?
Yeah.
Will it bring? Is it just another? Oh, it's a $1 app.
Yeah.
Because I grew up with, what was it? It was like all these stupid apps. Oh, well, Enigma is one app I have still, the original Enigma, because I downloaded it. Holy crap, about 20 years ago now. when the first iPod Touch came out, or Enigmo, and it was a water, and you had to push it. It was 99 cents. All the apps on the iPod were 99 cents.
Yep.
All of them.
Yep.
And that's where we started. And now we have $20 apps, $50 apps. It's like, holy crap. But it's something I thought about. So the fact that he's looking back and he's already built it. It's out there. And he's like, I am fully, pretty much, it will be on Steam eventually. Not the apps. It will fully be on Steam eventually. Yeah. And I'm over here, it's like, I could build an app and throw it on here and did it. But he's fully thinking about eventually putting on Steam once it's established.
And furthermore, the gameplay loop is satisfying. Because like I was saying earlier is, you'll just be in there cleaning up your trash base. I'm literally taking a sponge off of the ground and cleaning the windows. This is a pain in the ass.
He's getting the tism.
Yeah. Like, I spent way too much time picking up small pieces of trash off the ground.
We're on Discord with Whiskey, and he's over here. Hey, Whiskey, what are you doing? I'm cleaning windows. You want to hop on Helldivers? No, I'm cleaning windows.
Literally, at one point that happened.
It did.
I'm sure it did.
It did. I remember it because we were playing Helldivers, and this was before the commando missions came out, so maybe 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah, the non-suicidal, I want to be super sneaky missions.
Hey, I hope you guys are fine with me hopping on a different game while y'all are on Helldivers, because this game's got my attention.
No, that's true, because you turned on your camera, I turned on my camera,
and we asked about it.
He's like, he turns on his camera. It was like, I heard that. That is audible on microphone, by the way. That's a Pearl snore.
It's not a snore.
No,
it's a grumble that I stopped petting her.
It sounded like a snore.
Yeah.
No, she's grumbling because I stopped petting her so I could hold a conversation.
But me and Aardvark, and I don't know what it was over the past month. Maybe it was me losing my job, or maybe I started bringing napalm everywhere. Like napalm.
Yeah, because you're finally getting it. You understand the one true love of napalm.
Because I know I always have one spot for a backpack, because I need a backpack.
Yeah.
Whether it's ammo or war pack.
Let's be honest, it's war pack.
And most of the time it's war pack. And then it's napalm, 380 or 120, and or following is either the laser or the 500. But since we're talking about Helldivers,
ooh, let's talk some Helldivers.
What have we had? Because we haven't had a Helldivers update with.
Oh my
Because we had
goodness.
Commando, Halo released with it. We've also had Commando, Halo, and we're getting ready to have Hammer, which now means
Hammer?
we could potentially have, with a jetpack and a hammer, with the new war bond we're pushing. We're about to bring Warhammer 40K.
Let me
into
stop you
Helldivers.
there.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let me just get you there. There
All
alone.
ears.
So here we go. We have the Siege Breakers Warbond coming out February. Siege Breakers.
Which now means we could potentially have a hammer.
Yes.
Oh no, it's not potential. It is a guarantee.
It hasn't officially shown.
No, it's officially shown.
Okay, well then.
Helldivers has released a trailer
With a hammer?
with the hammer, and
So
it is
we have a hammer and we have a jetpack, Mike.
No,
Do you
hold on,
know what this
hold on,
means?
hold on.
No, simply put, Mike, this means we can now do a 40K hammer smash.
Now, keep in mind, Hammer Smash. The hammer is anti-tank.
Yes, it is a heavy
No, not heavy.
anti-tank. It's heavy.
Because there's anti-tank and there's heavy. Because you have the HMG, the heavy machine gun, is not anti-tank.
Okay.
The hammer has the anti-tank classification, which, with Helldivers, actually has a difference from heavy. Because anti-tank means that when you hit the armor that's slanted, it will ignore the slant and say, fuck you, die. Which you see that with the recoilless. You don't see that with the anti-material, because it's not anti-tank.
Do you know what recently happened in Helldivers, which I did not enjoy?
What? I'm curious.
The stealth.
The Commando?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
No, hold on. Before you start,
I want to hear your.
No, before you start, let me preface this before he goes,
Okay.
because it'll be very, very quick. We started this after one of our Friday Glitch Guild sessions, and you left to go to Prickly Pears, and I was like, oh, no, screw it. We just jumped in. I didn't know. I was like, oh, what do you want to play? Bots, bugs, Illuminate. He was like, oh,
just
bots.
something.
Yeah.
So I chose a random one. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know Commando came because we haven't had a pre-brief of what's going on because winter months, busyness, all this happens. So we hop in one, and it's a Commando one. I was like, I don't know what that means. And whiskey's I don't know what that means, and we didn't read any of it. We just, yeah, sure, the EULA agreement, click, 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 click. Yeah, sure, yep, continue.
Yeah.
And we spawned in, and hey, Whiskey, what are these people respawn points? I have no idea.
I have no idea what's happening.
Okay, screw it. So we start going loud and proud. Because you know what does a ground pounder Air Force guy and a ground pounder Army guy do? Loud and proud.
Yeah, I mean, there's literally nothing else we know how to do.
That's what we do.
Yep.
So we start pushing through, and then Randa's joined us, and it's like, we're both at the main objective, and it's like, at one point in the mission, we're both at the main objective. No, everything's gone. Yeah, there's no stratagem, there's no nothing, and Whiskey's over, he's like, I'm done. And he just walks away, and then he leaves the game.
I literally
leaves the game.
I left
and
the
I
game.
see on Discord, because the way I have it, the Discord screen is, so middle of the screen's here, you guys are right here, vertical. So it's you and Aardvark. So I see it, and then you just get up and leave, and I was like, I saw the prompt on my chat, and then he leaves, and I was like, screw it, I guess he was done with his game. And he comes back, and I was like, I'm over here having shakes, and I was like, this is brutal, bro. I was like, I didn't ever want to play this again. I'm not prepped for anything stealth mission. I wasn't prepared. If I knew Commando meant stealth mission, that would have changed everything. But no, I was not prepared. So go ahead, Whiskey. Explain your point.
Let's hear the Whiskey point of view of a Commando mission.
Listen, I don't walk into Helldivers for stealth, okay? I walk into Helldivers to rain hell
Napalm
and
and
God's
380.
fire on everyone.
So much, what did I say earlier today at
into-
380s?
I walk in with a shotgun being unloaded as fast as it will cycle, all right?
Facts.
If I haven't unloaded an entire fucking magazine into a single bug, am I living my life appropriately? If I don't have a ringing in my ears from
He's
the
not a
sounds from
stealth
the video
Helldiver.
games, am I truly living my life? If everything around me hasn't been leveled down to the bedrock, are we truly playing Helldivers?
So we have established WhiskeyMike is not a Commando Helldiver.
So, what I'm hearing is you will appreciate one of the things they brought up in this new Siege Breakers Warbond.
Ooh, okay. Well, you know what?
And with that, we're going to talk it. It's the belt-fed grenade launcher.
Brother.
Brother.
Start speaking, because
So,
I don't
this-
have all this tism on my Instagram or any of my other social
Oh, I
media
have it
feeds.
everywhere. My tism bleeds everywhere. it
His
just
car's like,
bleeds.
hey, by the way, I own a Tesla, and here you go. Here's the feeds, and before you start your car, you have to watch this video.
I did hear about the belt-fed grenade launcher, but I
Ooh.
also heard...
How has everybody heard about this, but I haven't?
You told me!
I did not tell
Yes,
you.
you did.
No, I
You-
didn't. I told you about the belt-fed machine gun, which I asked you about multiple times. That's
I still haven't gotten
By the
to it.
way, I'm about to start that war bond.
I
I'm
have
gonna
it.
have
I'm
it soon.
finishing the whatever one I'm on. The redacted one.
Anyways, I also heard, potentially,
8
there-
players. 8 players. That's coming soon.
there might be another way to deliver the 500.
Oh,
what?
Ooh,
Hold on,
ooh,
what?
Oh,
I don't have a lot of...
hold.
I haven't heard any... Apparently my Instagram is screwed because I don't see any of these... anything.
Oh. I'm sorry. You just got me full of excitement with that one.
You better hurry up.
It's
'cause
called
we
the
got-
E411. It is a single eat. So you know how the Hellpod comes down with the eats. and it's 2 shots.
Continue. Let's go. Let's pretend like
So
I'm not carded.
the E411 is only 1, and it's a 500 kilogram bomb. It's the equivalent of the ultimatum with an EAT form. And
we got.
we don't have a damage for
You
it.
got 30 seconds.
We don't have a
You better
damage
speed
number.
up.
We don't have a timer cooldown for it.
We still
All
gotta
we
do our
know
outro.
is that it is going to be
That's why it's 30
less
seconds.
than the time frame of an EAT. That's it. And the only framing we have for the whole EAT 411 is that 2 Helldivers shot at each other and it blew up the map. That's it. That's the only thing we have in the trailer.
Okay.
All right. We got 2 minutes left. Let's go.
Hey,
Go ahead, Whiskey. Let's start us on our outro.
hey guys, this has been name pending.
I'm Keeper.
I'm
I'm
WhiskeyMike.
Aardvark.
I
And
need
this
you.
has been name pending. We need you to
I need you to fuck that like button
throw a comment down below. I
And-
will respond at some point.
and
And tickle
tickle
that
that
subscribe.
Hey,
And
look
look-
out for your first responders,
Your cops, everyone, your military individual.
your
Check on your
veterans,
people. Check on your family
sister,
members.
your brother, your
Your
Check
dog,
on the
mother,
people
your
you
cat,
love.
your
Your
chicken,
brother, your mother,
your
your
dog.
your
sister.
duck, your rabbits.
And
Your
dog.
fish.
Pet your dogs. Give your dogs a good pat. Your cat's a
You know
good
what?
dog.
Fuck your fish. I don't like
I don't
fish.
care about your fish.
Yeah, fuck
But you know,
fish.
we'll catch you on the next episode. I'm still Keeper.
I'm
That's
so
still Mike.
WhiskeyMike.
And I'm Aardvark.
And that's Aardvark. We'll catch you later. So.